I think the first step to collaboration is admitting that we are a very small proportion of the voices that need to be heard. There are many people, the new economy exists to deal with all forms of oppression, whether that's racial or gender or any other form of oppression. And those groups who are most oppressed aren't here with us in Malaga. So as we are trying to think about how we collaborate to create a new world, we have to remember that lots of voices are missing from the conversation. So we can only be part of the solution and come with arms open so that we do not end up perpetrating the same systems as we had before, which is, I have a good idea, it will help you, take my good idea. So the people that are here, no matter what part of the new economy smorgasbord they represent, should be open to seeing what they have that they can put into the commons. You know, we still are very proprietary in how we think about the work that we're doing and our contributions. So I think that if we're going to try and challenge the system, we can't use the master's tools to take down his house. And many of those tools are about competition, are about proprietary use of resources. At the Rules, our approach is very much about putting things in the common. How do you make your work remixable by any other organizations? How do you see yourself in service to a movement rather than the owners of an idea that can then provide that idea to other people? As a collective, as the Rules, we understand that the things I've just described, so the systems of oppression, of capitalist extraction, of climate change, poverty and inequality are created by norms, are created by narratives, things that we believe about the world. So our role is to understand what those are and to try and hack those narratives, change the way we think about how our world operates so that we can change them. For example, people believe that poverty just exists, it's inevitable. So we try and work very hard to remove ourselves as individuals from poverty. But what if you were able to create a frame that says poverty is created? Then that opens up people's minds to ask questions like, created by who? Why is it created? And once you start to question the narratives that decide our system, then you can start to change the system. At NESI, I have been a speaker on the panel on media, social media, and the new economy. And today I moderated the opening plenary session on localization, globalization, and resilient cities. So I got approached yesterday by a gentleman who is thinking on the panel on media and social media, who is thinking about how a lot of the small niche media organizations that are interested in sustainability and in the new economy can strengthen their voices. And they are going to be doing an event in Greece. And I just thought it was serendipitous because our organization is also thinking about the media and how the media is such a catalyst for change because it really affects what people think about, and how you can get the media to coalesce, and how do you get the media to see more systematically and to talk about root causes. So that little conversation is hopefully going to spark work and ideas and strategy. So watch this space. My first idea is ask. You are not the first person to think that something needs to change. So that means that other people have been working on it. Especially if you are looking to change something that doesn't directly affect you, but affects somebody else. Go and ask that person who is living in the situation that concerns you how you can help, rather than here is what I have decided to do. So the first thing to do is ask questions. The second thing to do is don't be afraid to fail. Don't be afraid to make mistakes. To go from a capitalist system that is so ingrained in how we think and how we work and how we live, to transition to something that is radically different, that is not only going to be one model, but going to be a diversity of models, right? We're going to have many new solutions, not just the one. To get there, we need to try things and realize that we're going to make mistakes and keep trying things. So don't think the one thing I do is going to be the winner. Think we're trialing how to build this new system and we're going to build it together.